This is asking Harvard students who they're voting for in 2024.
Women, I would be fearful under presidency.
If anything, Bernie, come out of retirement. AOC, let's do this. Let's get in the game.
I'm here at Harvard University. Harvard University is one of the most prestigious universities here in the United States of America. This is an election special here on my channel that we'll be doing up until the election time. So if you want to see more of these, subscribe. Who will you be voting for?
We'll have to wait and see. It's a little down the line.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm voting for Biden. If it's a Biden-Trump matchup, then I'd be voting for Biden. Yeah.
What would make you want to vote for Joe Biden versus a person like Donald Trump?
I can't even begin to list the reasons. It's that extensive.
Can I get 3 of them?
Sure. He aligns with my values more. He's more pro-democracy, and I think he's a better person.
Okay. And with policies, anything like that?
He aligns with my policies generally across the board.
And what are your policies?
All right, this is where we're hitting past the minute point. I gotta run.
Can't think of one policy. Oh God, is this like a rage bait channel? Is that what it is? Oh my God, this shit's gonna make me act up. This shit's gonna make me look like I'm functionally defending Joe Biden here. Oh God, I'm such a reactionary. I swear to God, as soon as I hear somebody trying to do some dumb shit like a gotcha, it's like, ay.
Like
sorry.
10 more seconds.
All right, I'm sorry, but I'm cutting this short. I gotta.
Who do you think would be best to become the future?
It's just like so fucking annoying, dude. Liberals, just like learn your fucking talking points better. God damn. How are you gonna sit there and be like, I don't know. You have not one idea. Normal people don't learn talking points. No, it's not even a talking point. The point is like, do you actually have no opinion on this matter? Like, you're just going vote blue no matter who? Look at the rest of the videos on their channel. Nick Shirley. Inside New York City's most dangerous migrant hood. I took migrants to visit Joe Biden. I investigated America's college protests. I investigated the New York City. Oh God. Why is it that these guys literally all go from like, I was doing pranks to like turning into these right-wing freaks now? Tyler Oliveira. Why I quit YouTube to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. Oh my Lord. How I pranked my way into a Netflix show. Fake audition prank for Lil Nas X music video. And now he's like, here's what's going on. Immigrants are all the white women. Dude, what the is going? Dude, this needs to be studied, bro. YouTube pranker to like right-wing agitator pipeline. Holy shit.
I think in terms of just keeping the rule of law and the state of our constitutional democracy, he's the best option.
What do you guys
Also, that's like a valid reason. If that's the reason why they want to vote for Joe Biden, that's the reason why they want to vote for him. The idea that like, what about individual policies? Like, shut the up. It's a solid answer. It's annoying.
And what about you, man? Who do you think will make the country better?
Personally, I would think Mr. Donald Trump himself. It seems like people only like him just because, or people only dislike him just because he'll like say like a thing or two, like that people like think is like pretty rude. But I mean, besides that, I feel like he ran the country a little more better than Joe Biden.
And what do the majority of the kids here in Harvard believe in?
I mean, most of them are lean towards the left.
And who will you be voting?
Wow, no follow-up questions for that guy. Yeah, he was like, oh, it seems more better that Trump will do more better job. And he's like, oh, good for me. Moving on. Why don't you grill that guy and be like, oh, do you have any policy opinions? What are some of the policy alignments that you have with Donald Trump? What happened? Yeah, which policies? Also, I don't think any of those motherfuckers are Harvard students. I feel like he's just randomly around campus.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Biden.
And why so?
Voted for him last year. I don't agree with like some of Trump's policies, so that's why.
And what policies would it be that you don't agree with?
Some environmental stuff. I hated like the what was it, the Willow Act or whatever.
Okay, now I'm beginning to believe this guy doesn't know anything either. He's just there to like cut reactionary content, because the Willow Project approval did not happen under Donald Trump. It happened under Joe Brandon. Like, if he was a little bit better, it was, oh my God, why am I giving this motherfucker pointers? Okay, I swear to God, I can sense that he's just starting this grift, so he doesn't even know anything. But like, you could so easily turn around and be like, oh really, the Willow Act? Well, that pipeline drilling actually was under the Biden administration, not the Trump one. So doesn't that mean you shouldn't vote for Joe Biden? Is what you would say if you were a more knowledgeable right-wing shithead. But you're not a knowledgeable right-wing shithead. You're just a shithead.
Who will you be voting for in 2024?
It's a good question. Definitely not Donald Trump. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that Joe Biden has done, and I don't agree with Joe Biden as a person, but you know, it might be a situation where you're picking the better of two evils, so probably Joe Biden if it comes down to it.
And what are you guys studying? And remember this girl's face, because at the end of this video,
That motherfucker's not voting. Okay, let me tell you. That dude is not voting. He's like, lesser of two evils, maybe if it comes down to it. Nope. No shot.
With what's going on in the Middle East, and this year we're going to have elections in 2024, who do you think will be best to resolve this conflict?
Unfortunately, neither. You're dealing with either an alt-right extremist candidate or a closeted centrist of a Democrat that really isn't going to do anything because he's in bed with giving billions of funding and not allowing any sort of sanctions on that. So it's really tough. I mean, in our city, in our country right now, we have a really political system. If anybody remembers, Joe Biden was in 4th place after the New Hampshire primaries in 2020.
This guy's 100% a massive Bernie fan. Oh my God. He's still talking about the 2020 primaries. Oh my God. Maybe even a fan of mine. Okay.
And then all the other candidates except Bernie dropped out, backed fucking Joe Biden, and all of a sudden he was the #1 front runner. And in 2016, when we tried to bring a progressive candidate once again with Bernie Sanders, we ran into super delegates that Hillary was already going to win and was already ahead. But
this guy has nothing going on in his mind, okay? He's just like inside of his brain right now. You got a coin going back and forth, hitting both walls, okay? Just keys are jiggling in front of his eyes, okay? He's like, like, I thought I could just ask a couple questions to you and then make you look stupid.
before we even got to California for the primaries. So when you're dealing with such a distorted scale of choices, either alt-right or kind of pretty much moderate Republican, maybe slightly left with Biden, you're not really going to get a lot done. So I definitely think that neither candidate is going to provide much hope for this situation.
He was talking about Joe Biden being in bed with other countries. Do you think the politicians are currently trying to fund this crisis that's going on? And
like, even the way he's asking this question, what are you saying? You think the politicians are currently trying to fund the crisis that's going on in the Middle East? Oh my God, this dude has the brain power of an 11-year-old. 1 million people watch this, bro. You think politicians are like giving money to the Middle East? What's that about? Sometimes these questions are pre-prepared. This time, he's just literally asking. He's like, I don't really know anything. I don't know anything that's going on. Can you tell me what's happening? Like, he's like a chatter that comes in here and is like, hey, I'm new to this stuff. What's going on with this Israel shit? Who are the good guys? What the
Middle East?
That's how easy it is to be a right-wing grifter, by the way. I never want to hear from any of these dumb motherfuckers ever again, okay? Hasan, you're a grifter. Hasan, you're a grifter. You know how easy it is to be a right-wing grifter? You literally have to have nothing going on up here to succeed. Nothing. You can just wing it. This guy has no interest whatsoever. He just saw something that hit the algo and he's just like, the Israel stuff, right? That's a thing.
If it gets down to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, who will you guys support?
There'll be a third party.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to support who I always support, Vermin Supreme, the #1 political candidate that offers everybody a free pony, that if we're already going to throw away a vote to once again pretty much a centrist Democratic candidate that isn't doing anything. Where was all the police reform, Mr. Biden? Where was all the stuff you promised in 2020? Marijuana is legal in 30 to 40 states, but at this point, still.
Bro, every time this guy's talking, I can only see the DVD pause screen just like bouncing from one corner to the next. Inevitably, it's going to hit the corner, okay? You're just watching that.
And also here in the United States, we received over 8 million, potentially up to 16 million migrants. What do you guys think about the migrant crisis that's going on here in America?
I support open borders.
You support open borders?
Oh, hell yeah.
And why do you guys support open borders?
This isn't our country. This country was founded on genocide and culture and taking it from indigenous people. Whoever the wants to come here should be able to come here. Why did we get to come here? Why did my ancestors?
I'm sure he has like at least some take on this. This is like, he's like, oh, what? Open borders? Hold on.
Get to come here. they were actually fleeing oppression of the UK. So it's just like the cycle repeats itself until it doesn't. Like, this isn't our country. This is Turtle Island, and it belongs to indigenous people. And it wouldn't have been the United States of America if it wasn't for culture. And genocide.
A lot of the people that are coming out of the country, we don't know who they are, and they change their names once they cross the border. You guys have any issues with that?
I mean, we don't know who's in this country.
Yo, he's so bad. Oh God. Okay, I can't watch the rest of this. This is so bad, bro. This is the immigrants that are coming in. They're scary. They changed their names. Oh my God. Oh God. This kind of shit makes me want to do like a right-wing grift. So fucking bad. Oh, just do it right, man. Do it right. Even Tyler Oliveira at least like aligns with people who are just like straight up fascists who will do the talking points for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know how many shooters and serial killers and people in this country that are incredibly violent?
How many politicians are rapists who literally run our country and are here to keep us safe? And how many cops have been brutally hitting students, young children? Like, videos of children looking out the window, watching their friends get beat by adult grown men. What the?
Okay, she's hyper specific about her grievances. I don't know where she's coming from. Like, not to say that she's incorrect, but I just kind of don't understand what's going on here.
What do you guys think will be the solution to all this?
To what? The solution to what? All this. Just in general, you know what I mean? Just like things are happening, I think. What's happening? What is the solution to it? To what? What do you mean?
Do you think there is a current leader who could potentially become president that could solve these issues?
No.
It's about community.
No, it's not. It's not going to be a top-down revolution.
There's no savior.
Because in hierarchy and in the current political system, everyone will be corrupted by money.
Money is the root of all evil?
It's not money, it's capitalism. Money is just a tool. Capitalism is a psychology and a consciousness.
Would we be better underneath socialism?
Bro, this is like trying to have an argument with a pigeon, okay? You're trying to have a conversation with a different species, okay? This dude does not have the processing power to even understand any of the things that you're saying. He is not retaining information. I mean, there is no clear indication that this dude is not retaining this information whatsoever from the fact that he doesn't respond to any of the things you're saying. And he just keeps repeating like whatever the next question is in his mind. Do you think money is the root of all evil? Like, that's not what... Oh my God. She can't stand on top of me with ease like she used to, so she's just uncomfy.
If you had a vote today, who would you be voting for?
Unfortunately, Joe Biden again.
Joe Biden again?
Yeah.
Why do you think so many of the college students here in Boston and at Harvard want to vote for Joe Biden? We haven't heard anybody that wants to vote for Donald Trump yet.
I think there's a lot of reasons.
Because he's the lesser of two evils?
Yeah. I agree.
And do you guys agree with the policies of Joe Biden of open borders with all the migrants that came in here?
Dude, this is so, dude, I'm sorry. Dude, again, I have to reiterate, 1 million views on this. Okay? 1 million views. You do not have to be good at your job to appeal to the brainlets on the right. You do not have to know anything. You do not even have to communicate clearly. You just go, the what about open borders and the migrant... What's that? Can you explain? Back in the day, getting rejected by Harvard was considered a tragedy. Now getting rejected is a blessing. If this is a reflection of America coming out of Harvard, we're doomed. So we learned most Harvard students don't know anything about politics. Remember this, just because you can retain information from a book does not mean you have common sense. Wow! $75,000 a year and they haven't learned crap. I think Harvard has lowered their admission standards hugely.
What do you think about the current economy of America?
I think it's right in the pisser. Yeah, it's no good.
I think it's right in the piss.
For Trump because of that.
Mm-hmm. So you will be voting for Donald Trump?
Of course, yeah.
And what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump versus Joe Biden? The majority of people here in Boston are all saying Joe Biden.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Sox, dude. Finally, a real Harvard guy. Real Harvard guy, you know?
You know what? All
Yeah, he's rocking the classic Harvard student look.
the corrupt people right now hate him so bad. I think you have to vote for him. That's they hate him so bad, and they're the people, the enemy of my enemy. So,
do you think it's a sign when someone starts to get persecuted as much as Donald Trump? And
oh my God, there ain't no way he's about to say what I. Oh my God.
As much as people like Abraham Lincoln or MLK, that they're actually the right guy.
yes, exactly right. Perfect.
Yeah, you know who else was persecuted? Adolf Hitler. The like, what do you mean, dude? What the? He said Trump, Lincoln, MLK, the three goats. They're the same IQ, vibing. Yeah, I have no opinions. I just look at someone going to jail and I think, well, you know, must be on the right side. It's not a good basis, man.
Perfect. Very well said.
And we've been talking to a lot of people here in the streets of Boston, Harvard, and a lot of them are saying they're going to be voting for Joe Biden. But do you think there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be like coming out of the closet that are secretly supporting Donald Trump here in Massachusetts?
I think that's very true. That's a true statement. I think that's very true overall.
What makes you want
I think this guy thinks it's a true statement. He's made that clear.
to vote for Donald Trump versus Joe Biden?
Like I said, I had this feeling the last administration was doing better. I think we've lost focus. He's in courts right now. We're really not focused on economy, immigration, basic jobs, just something for the people. We're in the middle of wars right now. All types of stuff going on.
What's up with the music, dude? He put the strings on, bro. He's like, cue the music. Let's talk. This guy's spitting. Oh, lots happening right now, dude. We got fucking wars, dude. We got wars in every corner. No wars under Trump, dude.
It just feels.
I love another classic Harvard student. I love all the classic Harvard students he interviewed for this.
Who are you guys going to be voting for in 2024?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go with Trump. Trump.
And why so?
I like his hair. Yeah.
And what are you guys studying?
Government.
Government. What about you?
Sociology.
Sociology. All right, well, you're studying government. And studying government, who do you think would be the best person to be in the president's seat?
Oh. I'm not answering that question on the internet.
Why not? That's what you're studying, though, right?
It is what I'm studying, and I have opinions. I'll say I don't want a racist in our president's seat at all.
What do you guys like about Joe Biden? We've been talking to a lot of students here, and what makes you guys lean more towards Joe Biden here at Harvard?
They didn't say they want Joe Biden. Why'd you assume that?
I think it's more of a lesser of two evils type situation. I think both candidates have done a lot of very bad things, but I think in terms of...
He's actually five-brain, but dumbing down his questions for the common man to understand. Yeah, totally. You just know he edits his own videos. I don't think he knows how to edit his own videos. And no, he's not dumbing down the questions for the common man to understand. He's just dumb, dude. That's why he keeps repeating like talking points, but not well. Like he's just like, so what do you think about the current economical and political state of society? He's hitting the Jaden Smith 14-year-old line.
I think that it would be a better option to choose Joe Biden just because he is a lesser of two evils.
Okay, and do you guys feel safer underneath Joe Biden, especially with the wars that are going on? Who do you think would pose as a bigger threat to other countries as president?
Oh, man. Oh, I guess this is good to know that this is the median voter. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the wars going on, dude. Think about how many of the wars that are going on that Joe Biden is doing. It's like, all things considered, the Joe Biden administration absolutely could have been more of a peacemaker when it came to its dealings with Ukraine, tried to navigate the situation better, and certainly with Israel, which is like way more direct because Israel is the offending party in the circumstance. Russia was the offending party in the Russian invasion. There are more limitations on how to deal with that versus Israel, where we could just like cut that down immediately. Having said that, however, the one thing Joe Brandon did do was pull out of Afghanistan, which I defended him on vociferously. He got owned on that nonstop. And it's like, all things considered, if it wasn't for, I guess, what he refused to do with Israel, especially the idea that like, oh, all these wars are going on, man, that crazy Joe Brandon did it is like ridiculous. Technically, a lot of the things that liberals love to talk about was how he's ending the drone war, which by the way is kind of a laughable notion post October 7. But there's never a moment where America's not in war, you know? That's just kind of how it is. You're just paying attention to it because I guess Joe Brandon is in charge.
By bigger threat, like what do you mean?
The withdrawal was Trump's idea, yes, but if you think that even for a remote question, even if you for a remote moment think that he would have demonstrated the political courage to actually pull out, you are out of your mind. I don't think Donald Trump would have pulled out. I don't think he would have done it. He's too much of a room reader. I think Biden's dementia and the fact that his son got brain cancer from Afghanistan, like I think the fact that Brandon had already had withstood personal consequences most likely is the reason why he continued to pull out. He continued the actual pull out strategy. Trump would have never done that. I mean, we know he didn't pull out. He could have. Why was the pullout seen as a negative by so many normies? I don't understand that, because we're fucking bloodthirsty. American media is bloodthirsty. $52 billion a year went into Afghanistan. That's $52 billion in fucking resources that were cycling through the military industrial complex. That's someone's got to pay for that. Are you out of your mind, dude? $52 billion a year? Are you insane? Imagine lasering that off the budget from Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing. It had to go somewhere. Luckily, Russia invaded Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like directly, we took those funds and we're like, oh, thank God, bro. Thank fucking Christ.
What could Joe Biden or Donald Trump do to unify America?
Oh, that's a great question. They will both have to lean more towards the center because both of them are a little bit extreme, a little bit understand.
Wait, what? Who's extreme? How? Oh my God! Classic Harvard government learner. These institutions are just like baking people with neoliberalism. I swear to fucking God, bro. What the fuck are they teaching these kids, man? Biden is too extreme to unify the country.
That's a great question. Extreme, a little bit is an understatement. They're both very extreme at the moment, and I think Joe Biden's doing a good job of trying to lean towards the center and appeal to both sides. Whereas Donald Trump is just very
how's that doing? How's that going for him? Not great, it seems. But to be fair, I feel like Americans just like don't really vote on policies anyway. They just vote along party boundaries. They vote because of who their parents voted for. Oh my Lord.
Like he could have his own ideology at this point, you know what I mean? So that's the break. They both need to just...
No, the real break is the ad break at the top of the hour. Let's be for real. That's dividing Americans right now. Is bombing 15,000 children not extreme? That's not what she means. And no, from the perspective of the American voter, I don't think so. Americans don't give a fuck about dead children, bro. What are you talking about?
Just lean towards the center.
What do you guys think about the current economy, and do you think there's a way that we can get down this inflation?
I honestly think the economy is in shambles. The U.S. is in trillions of dollars in debt to other countries.
Oh my God!
I think
it's not. No, that's not true. Oh my God! What the? You're a sociology major. What are you doing? Sociology is basically just fucking Marxism with liberal aesthetics planted on top of it. What the is happening to me? What is happening at Harvard? It's literally just like liberal aesthetics slapped on to a Marxian perspective, Marxian analysis. What the are they teaching at Harvard, bro? Yeah, no econ. Who gives a no econ? Even if like I'm not like an econ Andy at all. Econ is incredibly right wing anyway, but that's not even what I'm talking about. It's like the idea that like America's in so much debt, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. First of all, it's not trillions of dollars of debt to foreign nations. Most of that debt is to Americans. Okay, that's number one. And number two, it doesn't matter. Yikes. Like, what are we gonna do? America's gonna default? Is that what you think is gonna happen? Yeah, we're just gonna default. We are the economy. We're the global economy. Okay, if we default, it's over anyway. It's like everything is done. It's done. It's done. Everything that you know about the world as it is gone. Throw it in the fucking trash. Like, this is the type of shit that people cook up in right-wing think tanks, man. What is happening here? This is literally like, oh, the debt clock. We're in too much debt. We gotta balance the budget. Like, what? You are like an 18-year-old sociology major at Harvard. What the fuck? Why are you talking like a Heritage Foundation plan? What the fuck is happening? Talking like a fucking 12-term U.S. Congress member from Iowa with an R next to his name. Like, we gotta balance the budget right now. The debt is out of control.
Inflation is just like an after effect of all of us being in debt. I do think that inflation will continue to go up unless we make major changes or unless we plan how we're going to pay these people back. I think that inflation will continue to go up because the U.S. really does not have the money to sustain the way we are living right now.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you
What the wait, what? She's confusing our debt with inflation. I mean, it's just like, I don't think she understands the argument that she's making, but it's fine. She's just like, I'm in it for the vibes, and I think it's better that we do austerity because that's what I've heard. Yeah, America is gonna go on foreclosure, folks.